Good morning. Okay, I wonder who's here. So Anna told me, last time I got worried because Anna had told me that we were see each other here, but see, I didn't remember that sometimes she doesn't have an internet connection. And so I got very worried because you know why? Because that's what mothers do. That is what mothers do. So that's why they pay us. Okay, how are you doing, all of you? So I'm going to wait a few minutes to see who else comes on because there's a lot to talk about. And sometimes when there's a lot to talk about, I don't know where to start. But I guess it happens to many teachers. But we're going to keep talking about the things here, the ear savers. And I don't know how much longer we're going to have to wear the masks, but for the time being, we need to. Okay, so I bought these online. I think Anna has the link to the Amazon place where I got them. There's a whole bunch in here. I don't even remember how many, and I think they all cost me something like $6.95, $7, something of a sort. But these are the little hooks that I use for the ear savers, and I'm knitting so many that I think I'm just going to put them in an envelope and send them to my friends. See? And they're a nice size. They're not too big. They're not as big as the ones that I used. Let's see which one that I used it for. This one. Yeah, they're mostly the same size, but maybe a little bit smaller. See? So I kind of like them better because they do not have to be that big. See, they're a little bit smaller. So anyway, I like them better, and they come in a package with white and black. And the other part of the hooks, I don't know what I'm going to make with them. I'll think of something. That little part there. Let's see. But okay. Look at all of you. Marilyn, Rebecca said, oh my goodness. Just very high. Oh, all right. Douglas. How are you doing anyway? Okay, so I have been using lately the Tunisian hook, and it is not as difficult for my hands as the regular hook. With a regular hook, I kind of have to go like this, and I have a little bit of pain there because of arthritis, and a lot of us have it. So with this one, I tend to hold it like this. So my hand doesn't hurt as much because I don't have to put so much effort on this part. So maybe you have that problem, you know, the pain right there, and it happens to a lot of people my age. But anyway, it happens. And so we have different stitches that we have put online. We have that one. And so a lot of stitches that you can use for the ear savers. And I think Anna is going to have this one online on the weekend. I don't even remember what she has on. So remember this one, which is nice. but we used these large ones. I think I'm going to take them off and use the other hooks. So I'm going to just put them in envelopes and send them to my friends. Okay, so let's talk about the Tunisian hooks. When you are using two colors of Tunisian in your Tunisian work, you have two hooks, one on each side. On this occasion, I'm using only one side there. And then there's always, if you have too many stitches or you don't want to use such a big one and you rather you hold it like this, there's always the Tunisian hook that has the loop, the cable. See, and so it has that one to hold it. And it says US 10 and 6 millimeter, and so that's the hook size. So they do have it in a number instead of a so that is what I made this one. I'm going to be taping it. I'm going to be filming it today. So this is the honeycomb stitch with a Tunisian. So this can be done for ear savers too, because they are nice and sturdy. See, it's very nice and sturdy. It stays there. So sometimes you might want to use, make some sort of like headband, like a headband, and you can use the hooks under it, like in there, to hold your mask. Like put not buttons underneath. You can use the buttons on top of the headband, or the hooks. I think it would bother you also. So anyway, I went to see a doctor about 2 weeks ago, and he had one of his caps, you know what doctors wear, those caps, those funny looking things, and he had buttons. And that's what he was holding his mask with. So over the hat that they wear. So maybe that is a good idea, you know, because we have a lot of hats and caps. And maybe if you put two buttons on each side, or even make it kind of fancy, like 3 buttons here and 3 buttons here. And if you don't use it as a thing to hold your mask, it looks kind of fancy anyway. So maybe that is a good idea, or a headband with the buttons on the sides, since it's still winter and it's snowing everywhere up north. So, so maybe if you want a headband, just put 2 buttons on each side, one on each side, and you can hook your mask to it, to the buttons. So one idea is using the ear savers, just the regular ear savers, like this, on the back of your head. Another idea is if you make a headband and put the buttons on top, or hooks. You know, who cares? You know, you can put the hooks, but buttons would look nicer if they're on the outside. And then another idea is make a hat and put buttons, and then you have the hat, the fancy hat. Because I was wearing the mask and the hat the other day to go to the supermarket, and I had too much going on. I had my glasses and my mask and my hat. Like, no, I'll just wear my hat and the mask on top of it, and that's it. So that would look nice. So anyway, we're going to make that with the Tunisian hook, which is the same as this, and it's really, really cute. It's called Honeycomb. And so, and then I want to talk about how much yarn you need for something. For example, I have a kitchen scale. And so, for example, I know that this thing here weighs 1.4 ounces. See? And so I wonder if this was enough to make one of these. So I weighed it, and this was 1.4 ounces. And then I weighed this, and I know that it's only 0.9. So no, it's not enough. And it's the same yarn. It's different color, but it's the same weight. So you can use your kitchen scale and find out if you have enough yarn to make anything. Of course, when you're making the ear savers, it's just pieces of yarn that are left over from projects, and I usually just throw them away, but no, they are coming handy and they make nice gifts. So I have a whole bunch of little pieces of, see, I have a little bit of yarn here, and then I have all the ones that we have that I have used for projects. This is a new one also, so I think Anna is going to have it up soon, or she did already. I don't know, I don't remember. So, but this, I might use that yarn. And you know, I have all these yarns, all these scraps. This is a new one also, a new stitch. So I don't even know if Anna has it the owl size. Look how pretty that is. Anyway, I have all these, and I can, instead of accumulating them, I can use the yarn to make ear savers. See, I have all these. And so that is that. Now, I have to tell you about who won the prize. The Laurel Hill crochet hooks. Oh. So it was sisters, two sisters, and one is named Anna and the other one is Linda. So these sisters have a company, and their company is called Art Sun Crafts. Isn't that cute? And so Art Sun Crafts. And so on Instagram, you write Art Sun Crafts CO, like company. So it's arts, so ARTSUNCRAFTSCO. And you find them on Instagram, and they're from Minnesota. And I'm so happy that they got the hooks, because they are, Laurel Hill has these hooks that are handmade. They are reclaimed wood, and they are beautiful. They are really pretty. They are gorgeous. So get on Laurel Hill online. So like Laurel, LAUREL, Hill, HILL, online, and go in there and you find all their products. They have all of Knitter's Pride things. That is the suitcase that I received. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, the winner is Arts Sun Crafts. So Art Sun Crafts Company. And congratulations, Anna and Linda. We just love to do these things for our 10th year anniversary. So we're all really, really happy about this. All right, so we are, there it is. See Laurel Hill online. Hi, good evening. Where are you? Okay, let me go see. Who are you? Who are you? Just very lucky and haven't got too much snow. Oh, not too much snow. Okay. Ginger happens to be best. Okay. The kitchen scale, what? Yes, the kitchen scale. Let me show you something that I made many, many years ago. And I had a knitting machine, and that was like ages ago, maybe 30 years ago. And I made this like caftan, like it's, let me get a little bit in the back so you can see it better. See, it's like it's very pretty. So it has a seam in the middle that I crocheted in the back and in the front. See that seam there, and it's crocheted, hand crocheted, and then on the sleeves also. The sleeves, it's not sleeves, it's just the part that I did not anyway. I knitted the whole thing, and then I crocheted the middle and the sleeves. And so I used to buy this yarn by the cones. So if I didn't know how much yarn this took, or if I want to make another one and I don't know how much yarn I need, I weigh this on my kitchen scale. I make it into a ball, put it in my kitchen scale, and then go and see how much, if I have enough yarn in the cone to make another one. So that's the way I used to figure out how much yarn I had and what I could make with it. So if I didn't have enough, I would make it shorter. I would make the same thing but shorter, or that kind of thing, in different sizes. So that's what you can do if you make a sweater and you want to make something similar. Well, maybe you can make another size instead of making the same sweater, which you don't want to do, because you always want to be very creative and do several things with the yarn you have. But a lot of times I do that mostly. I always buy too much yarn, and I rather buy too much yarn than not enough. It happened to me once, and it's never happened to me after. So I always buy a lot of yarn, because with the leftover yarn from the sweater, I can make the hat and the scarf and the gloves or whatever goes with the sweater. And so I always have leftover. I always do. And I can always make up something with the rest of the yarn. So please always buy enough yarn. I saw once on Pinterest that there are tables, there are charts of how much yarn. And so it says like sweater, and the sizes, like sweater, scarf, a vest, things like that. And then the sizes like this. And it tells you how much yarn you need. Now, it is very different. You have to be very careful. It is very different to weigh the yarn than the yardage. And not all yarn is created equal. So this yarn, for example, is thinner than this yarn. This is more like a DK, and this is a worsted yarn, but this one is heavier. the consistency. If I weigh this, this would come out heavier than this because of this is a fluffy one, and this is a more of a twisted. See? Let's see if you can see there. So this is more of a twisted yarn, and this is more of an open yarn. So it's very, you have to be very careful. So sometimes you cannot go by weight, you need to go by yardage. So, okay, I think I talked a lot. So, what else? Yeah, this is just one. Okay, so we're kind of liking this. Okay. Arts and crafts, art sun crafts. So if you read it, it reads arts and crafts. Isn't that neat? So I think it's wonderful. They have nice things, so maybe you want to look them up. Okay, so that's it. I am going to be using the Tunisian hooks to make some videos. I will show you this honeycomb stitch, and Anna has several projects that I have made lately, and but she is the tech person. She is the one that knows what's going on. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, yes, it's up here. We know who won. It was Anna and Linda from Arts and Crafts Company. So Arts and Crafts Company. And it sounds like arts and crafts. Isn't that neat? Okay. You have a nice week too, Douglas. Everybody have a nice week and take care of the cold up north. Okay, a lot of snow. And I love you all. Thank you so much for being with us. And we sure appreciate us to have us in your homes, and we love it that we Valentine's. I'm doing something. I'm doing hearts, like linked hearts, like for a headband, like for a little girl. Can you imagine that little girl with her headband around? Okay. I don't have grandchildren that are girls, but my Nicholas makes them for everyone. Okay, my beautiful Nicholas. Okay, thank you very much. Love you all.